And other TV's political affairs reporter David Budhoka reports moments after Ruto changed his mind on attending the church event, his estranged Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua announced that he will be attending the same service from 9 a.m. tomorrow.
President Ruto has started feeling the heat after giving a green light to the impeachment motion of Rigathi Gachagua. I'll keep on saying that this is one of the biggest mistakes Ruto made, because even the cases which were preferred against Gachagua were frivolous. When you ask the layman, you will find that the majority are not in concurrence with the impeachment motion. To show you that President Ruto has started feeling the heat, he cancelled a prayer session in EMBU, because EMBU is from the mountain Kenya, and he got to know that Rigathi Gachagua is going to be there. We all know that Ruto has kept a deaf ear. He has not come out to mention anything about the impeachment motion, and that is strategic, because sometimes silence is a message on itself. When your deputy is being impeached, when your deputy is being abused by the majority leader, when your ministers were seen in the public canvassing for the impeachment motion of Rigathi Gachagua, it's a clear indication that you gave it a green light, and it's going to backfire. The day the impeachment motion hit the floor in Parliament, Ruto lost 80% of the support of Mountain Kenya. It's the reason as to why he even fears to go there before the impeachment motion is concluded. And after its conclusion, and the court of law don't uphold it, it will be even worse. You won't get anything from Mountain Kenya. So in this episode, I've come to talk about the cancellation of President Ruto's prayer in EMBU, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. So we all know that President Ruto cancelled his prayer in EMBU after getting to know that the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua was going to be there. Normally there is a lot of politics that is done in churches. It's where leaders fire salvos to each other. And I think Ruto feared this battle, because I know Gachagua would come out as a winner. Gachagua has cried on social media, apologizing to Ruto, doing everything to Ruto, but Ruto has kept a deaf ear, because he's in concurrence with what is going on. I know Ruto at a certain point will come out to say that he's not the one who gave it a green light. But there is no in any way that your majority leader is in support, your ministers are in support, your Speaker of Parliament is in support, and you tell me that you are not in support. Okay? So he feared the encounter with the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, because Rigathi Gachagua has a case to make. Ruto has lost part of the love he had. Trust me, it has dwindled, and he has made another mistake of trying to impeach the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Now his community is so hostile against him. Before I proceed, let me first play with the tape to show you that Ruto cancelled his prayer in EMBU. Here is the tape.
The President was reported to have this evening cancelled his scheduled visit to EMBU County tomorrow, where he was expected to be the chief guest at an Anglican Church of Kenya Sunday service that will be held at the Kigari Teachers Training College in Manyata constituency. Ruto has not given any reason for cancelling his much-anticipated attendance of the 34th anniversary of the SEK EMBU Diocese at Kigari TTC, with those close to him tight-lipped on the president's last-minute decision. And other TV's political affairs reporter David Budhoka reports moments after Ruto changed his mind on attending the church event, his estranged Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua announced that he will be attending the same service from 9 a.m. tomorrow.
So, when Ruto cancelled his prayer in EMBU, he got information that Rigathi Gachagua is going to be there. This is a replica of what happened when William Ruto was being fought by Uhuru Kenyatta, in some of the cases, Uhuru would avoid meeting Ruto on public functions. Even on the Independence Day, Uhuru ran in a car so that he could not be seen shaking a hand of Ruto. This is what is happening because EMBU is mountain Kenya and the ground is hostile. And by the ground being hostile, we'll be forced to talk about it. Remember, he has tactfully withdrawn from talking about it. Yet every leader is talking about it. So by being in EMBU, if the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua stands up to make his case in front of Ruto, Ruto would be forced to counter him, and he doesn't want that. Okay? It's the reason as to why they wanted to do it in a span of 2 weeks so that Rigathi Gachagua is done. But by the look of things, this can drag a lot more time, even in courts, for him to be dropped. Okay? Let's continue with the video.
It was supposed to be President William Ruto's first visit to the mountain since his deputy Rigathi Gachagua was impeached by the National Assembly, a decision that was met with backlash from a huge number of Mount Kenya residents.
Bless me.
But just hours to his much-anticipated visit to EMBU to attend the 34th anniversary of the Anglican Church of Kenya EMBU Diocese at the Kigari Teachers Training College in Manyata constituency, President Ruto silently cancelled the visit. The last-minute decision coming as a shock to residents and local leaders who are eagerly waiting to hear from the president on Sunday.
I know the president is visiting on Sunday. Pale Kigari ECK tutakuwa hapo ili tumueleze zile maneno tunaweza hitaji itengenezwe huku kwetu, tukimuomba zaidi kwa sababu sisi tuliwapea kura. Sisi tuliwapea kura.
Moments after Ruto's last-minute cancellation, NTV has learned that his deputy Rigathi Gachagua has planned to attend the church service that Ruto was to attend. An invite from the Office of the Deputy President's Communication Service states that the Deputy President will tomorrow, Sunday, October 13th, 2024, attend a church service and the 34th anniversary celebrations of the SEK EMBU Diocese at St. Mark's Teachers Training College in EMBU County at 9 a.m. Up to now,
you clearly see that Gachagua was strategic, and that this is what Gachagua should do. Gachagua should go on every public event where William Ruto is in attendance, because he will be given a chance to speak. There's no way you cannot give Gachagua a mic to speak when he's the deputy president. And this is what William Ruto is avoiding. He is avoiding an altercation with his deputy, because he knows the deputy garnered a lot of support from the public. It was a masterstroke for Gachagua to come out and make his case in public before he went in parliament. Because if he hadn't made his case, maybe he wouldn't have known more issues. Because parliament, they didn't have a lot of time. He had a luxury of giving out jokes. In parliament, he just read a statement. And even the charges which were preferred against him were frivolous. Is the reason as to why Ruto is fearing an altercation. It is a masterstroke. Okay? And it shows you, normally Ruto is not a coward. He has evaded each and every place, even of hostile congregations in Nyanza. You remember the BBI altercation. But to see that William Ruto is starting to fear public altercation, you just know that something is fishy. A person who went to the BBI and came out a winner. A person who attacked Raila's backyard before the broad-based government and made his case. If he starts now to fear engaging Gachagua in EMBU, you just know that there is something fishy. Let's continue with the video.
President has not given any explanation as to why he chose to skip the Sunday service, with some of his insiders tight-lipped over the matter and others saying that they were not aware if President Ruto was to attend the Sunday service. His decision comes just hours after Nakuru Governor Susan Kihika was heckled by mourners at the burial of Bahati Member of Parliament Irene Njoki.
That is Rigathi Gachagua announcing that he's going to be in EMBU. Well, on another hand, Ruto is cancelling out this prayer. Okay? It shows something is not going on well. Ruto is not normal account, but when he starts to run away from these public functions, you clearly see that Gachagua is winning. You clearly see that GACHAGUA is going to take the Mountain Kenya vote. You clearly see that GACHAGUA is now the kingpin of the region. Okay? So this was a mistake. And it will be even more dire if the courts come out not to uphold the impeachment motion. You have a deputy who will be in the opposition. You will have 3 years to campaign across Kenya. You will have 3 years to make new friendship. You all know government does not take very many people. Many of the people are outside government, so they have a luxury of working with him to take government. One of the biggest mistakes William Ruto did is to fire one of the biggest fighters in his camp. You see, Aisha Juma is outside government. Moses Kuria, although he was appointed advisor, but is out of government. Okay? Very many people who fought for this cause are out of government. And you brought in people who fought you. It is a good thing to stabilize government, but it will have an effect. If the president runs away from a prayer in EMBU, a president who is known as fearless, it shows you how the GACHAGUA effect has affected UDA. And it will continue affecting him. Okay? So, I'm sure that in 2027, GACHAGUA will be on the ballot, Ruto will be on the ballot, Raila will be on the ballot. And we will see that I may not be surprised that Ruto may fail to even get the second place because of such mistakes. How can you get one of the mother of all demos barely 2 years in office? Now you are impeaching your deputy. Okay? So that is a sign that GACHAGUA is getting early wins. GACHAGUA is laughing as he's fighting off. Normally, every leader who has rose to greater positions, he has faced hindrances. Jomo Kenyatta was imprisoned for him to become president. Moi was almost slapped by Charles Njonjo, was looked down upon until he led Kenya for almost 21 years. Kibaki was humiliated by Moi. Even got an accident during an election period. Uhuru Kenyatta faced a lot of things. Okay? Okay? Ruto was humiliated by Uhuru Kenyatta. Now GACHAGUA is being humiliated by Ruto. Every leader passes through fire to be who he is. Even Raila Amolo Odinga, who's taken as the professor of politics, spent years in prison to an extent that he has an inner beat in his eye. This is what is making GACHAGUA. GACHAGUA is passing through a fire furnace to be who he's supposed to be. And he's winning. Of course, that's my opinion. Do leave your comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, employ would subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. See you on another one. Peace.